Joining me is Trib Live sports columnist Tim Benz. Tim, let's get right into it. The overall performance tonight, not great.
Simply put, one of the ugliest Steeler game days in Acrisure Stadium history. When you consider the weather delays, when you consider the injuries that they endured, and then on top of that, the loss at a point in the season where it was very important for them to get a win at home against a team this bad from Arizona. It really was one of the worst performances in this stadium's history.
And a lot of that had to do with the offense. I mean, the team had over 400 yards in their previous game. What changed in just a week?
Well, they had a lot of meaningless yards at the end, 317 yards total, but like you said, compared to what they put up last week, that's disappointing, especially when you consider that 75 of those yards came on a relatively meaningless touchdown drive at the end. Even when Pickett was in there, the offense wasn't moving that great. They were lousy on 3rd and 4th down conversions, 4 of 12 in that regard. They weren't good in the red zone again. Even when they were good against Cincinnati last week, they could have been better in the red zone. They weren't. They weren't again today. They had to kick a field goal on the first time they got in there in the scoring area. And then on top of that, you had the Pickett injury when he dove for the end zone on 3rd down, and they were stuffed on 4th down when Trubisky went in there. So those are the biggest flaws that I saw with the offense.
Yeah, I mean, they keep talking to us all week about putting up points, and yet they're still unable to do it. Sometimes you think that there's a glimmer of hope with the defense, but even today, they had a play that wasn't so great.
Well, the drive that I thought was really the telling moment of the game was when, right after that play I talked about, when they got stuffed on 4th down, in the second quarter, Arizona marched all the way down the field, 99 yards on 15 plays, and within that drive, they allowed 5 third down conversions, and a lot of players on defense said they felt things change at that point and really were upset at themselves for not getting the Cardinals off the field at any point. Plenty of opportunities for some pushback, to force a sack, to force an interception, a fumble, something like that. They didn't do it. Force a punt, they didn't get them off the field at all. Arizona scores, and Minkah Fitzpatrick, safety who broke his hand in this game, he says he's going to be able to play against New England. That's good, but he even admitted that they didn't give enough respect to Trey McBride, the tight end, who really hurt them. Caught a touchdown twice in a row, had it overturned once, and then the one that stuck for really, I think, a emotional, momentum-swinging moment in this game.
Now the biggest question that everybody wants to know is, can this team turn things around? Because they have a very quick amount of time to do so, only 4 days before the Patriots come into town.
Hopefully, the Patriots are as bad as we think that they are. The Cardinals were a lot better than we thought that they were, and the Steelers were worse. The Patriots are historically bad on offense. They make the Steelers look like the greatest show on turf. Rams, for crying out loud, they're terrible. I would expect something to the effect of like a 10-9 game here at Acrisure Stadium on Thursday night.
Well, good news, when we did talk with the players in the locker room, they all felt very confident that they can just put this one behind them. In fact, they said it's easier to do when you do have such a quick turnaround. So I guess we will find out when the Steelers host the Patriots on Thursday night. But for now, here at Acrisure Stadium, Tim Benz, I'm Emily John Greco for Pittsburgh's Action Sports.